Peace. This is Brother Tim coming at you live. I'm sitting in my backyard looking in my garden, and I haven't done a folk tale for grown folks for a while, and the story was brought back to my mind by a brother by the name of Charles Traylor, so I want to send out some special shouts out to him. The name of the story is The Secrets of Heaven and Hell. Once, there was a dedicated man who was diligently seeking spiritual knowledge. And he figured that if he could get the secrets of heaven and hell, that he would be able to change the world. So in his daily practice, he would pray for enlightenment from the Creator, from his higher self, from the universe, about the secret. And he prayed and he meditated, and years went on, and the practice just built up on him, and it just became a habit. And eventually he made a breakthrough, and the breakthrough came in the form of an angel or a deity or something appearing before him. And this thing stated to him, "I have been dispatched to teach you the secrets of heaven and hell." And the man with great joy was ready, and the Spirit put out his hand and said, "Come with me." So the man went with the Spirit without asking a question. And the Spirit said, "First, let us descend to the deepest depths of hell. We are going to go to the 9th level of hell." And they descended, and as they descended, it got darker and darker and darker till there was absolutely no light. And the Spirit gave the man the ability to see. And he said, "We are in the deepest pits of hell. And I want you to pay close attention. Be very quiet." And as they entered this hell, he saw a large circular table full of food, of all types of delicacies that you can imagine sitting there. But everybody sitting around the table looked starved and was crying and pulling out their hair. And the man couldn't understand why, and he looked at the angel for some understanding. The angel said, "Just watch." And as he watched, he noticed that everybody at the table elbow had been reversed. So when they took the spoon and dipped it into the thing, or used the fork and dipped it into the food and tried to lift it to their mouth, it went away and fell off the fork. And every time it fell off the fork, something came up from up under the table and cleared it up, and another dish was put on top of the table. So these people were tormented by the fact that they were sitting around a table full of food they couldn't eat, and they just crying, and the man felt so sorry for them. And the angel or the Spirit or the ancestor looked at the man and saw that he had an understanding. He says, "You understand the secrets of hell?" And the man was a little bit unclear, and he was like, well, I got some idea. So the man said, "Now, what's next?" He said, "Well, we're going to go to the highest heights of heaven." And as they rose, it started getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until they got to a point where it was so bright that it was black. And through the blackness, the man was able to see another round table. And sitting around the table were people feasting. It's the same table, he thought. And the people were sitting around the table and enjoying themselves and telling stories and looking well fed. But then he noticed that their elbows were backwards, just like the people in hell. But what they would do is they would look at their neighbor and say, what is it that you would like, my friend? And they would point at what they wanted, and they would reach in and get it and feed the person sitting next to them. So everybody around the circular table was eating to their heart's content and full of joy and having a good time, being able to drink because they all was working together. And then the Spirit looked at the man and said, now you understand the secrets of heaven. So the Spirit took the man's hand and took him right back to the place where they started from. And the man said, hold on, I'm kind of confused here. The secret of heaven and hell is that simple? He said, the Spirit said, what do you mean? You telling me that the big secret that I've been meditating for all these years for is that everybody needs to help everybody else? And when we refuse to help each other and just try to rely upon our own skills, we suffer? Angel says, well, kinda. He said, in hell, each of those individuals ignored everybody else in the group and thought that they were alone. They thought they were an island unto themselves. So they constantly strive to feed themselves. They never rose above and saw the need of the group. But those in heaven recognized the needs of the group and saw that they were a smaller piece of something larger. And because they was able to see themselves as a smaller piece of working for something larger, they were able to help others. The secret of heaven and hell is getting outside yourself. If you want to exist in heaven, get outside yourself. Work towards something bigger. If you want to exist in hell, continue to work for yourself and on yourself. And the man at that point in time changed his routine. He no longer sat in private and meditated. He did his meditation while he worked out in the world, while he helped other people find their gifts. And he began to live better and live a more joyous life. This is Brother Tim saying thanks for listening. And hopefully you were able to distill the secrets between heaven and hell. And I will enjoy for you to share some of your insights with me in my timeline. Feel free to check me out at www.giamijourney.com. You can go to the Google App Store and download my app, Giami Journey, the Giami Journey app. And on that, you get some free gifts, some free podcasts. All my podcasts are free, but I have certain ones that I have pulled off the shelf and shared with everybody. This one eventually be pulled off the shelf. So I hope you enjoy it. And with that, Brother Hatim says, peace. May your day be as beautiful as you are.